Hello guys and welcome to this video. In this video we are going to analyze the LandWolf project, or you can say the wolf token. I'm pretty excited about it, so let's get started. This is the chart of the project, uh, the wolf token, and this is the market cap. So the market cap and the fully diluted valuation, they both are similar. So you can say that the circulating supply and total supply, because they are the same, or max supply, they both are the same. So the project is in the hands of the community, so only the community can make or break this project. If the community is powerful, then the project will succeed. If the community creates utility for the project, then the project will become successful. If the community, especially the wolf token holders who are not participating in creating the utility for the token, if they come into the if they come into the day-to-day discussions about the project, then project will have an enormous success. So now let's quickly jump to the website and let's get started with the detailed analysis of the project. So as I said earlier, first of all, let me tell you that why am I showing this game of chess here. So this game of chess is being played by the top grandmasters of the planet, and the game of chess teaches us about the importance of utilization of different chess pieces. So we'll gradually start with other game and analyze it. But the point that I'm trying to make here is that the utilization of wolf token holders are not participating in the uh, project are the ones who will be the key area to focus on. The wolf token holders who are not sharing, who are not participating in growing the project, are the ones that uh, we will have to think about. We have to, as a token holder, we have to think that how we can encourage them to take take participation in the growth of the wolf token. So the problem with most of the meme coins is that the token holders which are not participating in the growth process. For example, yesterday also I made a video about Hey Hey token, or I think not yesterday, a few days back. And even in Hey Hey token, what I said was that the token holders who are not participating in the growth story is the key to understand, because those are the people we need to utilize, because those people are interested in the project but they are not participating. Similarly, in the wolf token also, the most important thing for the success of this project, or the wolf token, is going to be the token holders who are not participating in either shilling the project. I personally think that shilling is not as important as creating value for the wolf token. So the utility of the wolf token has to be created by the token holders who are not participating in the growth story, the token holders who are not participating uh, in the utility part of the project, because ultimately utility will have to come into the play. So here also, if you can see that the grandmaster who is playing from white, look at this beautiful knight here. It has an amazing utilities on a great square. Now this knight, although it captured, uh, he actually made a mistake. This knight was on an amazing square, but that grandmaster made a mistake and he lost his knight, and that's why he lost the game. But the point is that it was on an amazing position. It was at a great utility, and that's what matters. The utility of the existing wolf token holders who are not participating in the growth story is the key to understand. The wolf token holders, if they participate in the utility part, then it's going to be a great thing. I mean, if there are, for example, if there are 5,000 wolf token holders and only 100 are participating, and other 4,900 are not participating, then that is the area which we need to focus on, we need to utilize on, because generally that's where the uh, most of the cryptocurrency projects fail. Now if you see this game, here also what you will see is that this knight is in the center, and it is an amazing, it is at the amazing square. Now look at this bishop, he puts his bishop here and utilizes his bishop, because the bishop was not doing anything here, it was a blocked bishop, but on this square it becomes very powerful, so he tries to utilize his bishop. So that's what matters. The same way the wolf community will have to think about utilizing the people who are holding the token but are not participating in creating the utility for the projects. That's the area to focus on, and that's where most of the cryptocurrency projects do not focus on, and that's what I want you guys to do as well. So now here if you can see that black develops this knight, so this knight can probably come on this or this square, and white is also trying to utilize some of his pieces, so he'll also try to do something in this direction. By the way, the guy who is playing from white is a pretty famous chess grandmaster. He's also a big streamer and a great player as well, so it's a great thing to understand and analyze this kind of people's game. Super grandmaster, I would say. Now here, as I said, that he would utilize his knight, and that's what he did. That's the power of utilization. He moved his knight to this square and then this square, so the knight is on a better square, and the same utilization has to be done by the non-wolf participants. I mean, you'll have to understand the thin line. Wolf token holders who are not participating, that's the key to focus. Wolf token holders who are holding the token, maybe they are just holding because they are waiting for the price to shoot up, they are waiting for the price to go up significantly, or there can be other reasons as well, but the ultimate reality is that the wolf token holders who are not participating in creating or generating the utility for the token are the ones that the wolf community needs to focus on. The wolf community needs to uh, encourage them. The wolf community needs to connect with them in telegram, in discord, in or through other social media, and encourage them to find ways to generate real utility for the wolf token, because the community members, the existing community members who are promoting the project on social media, they're shilling the project and all that stuff, these are great things, and everybody should appreciate that. But they need to also understand that they are not alone here. They cannot win the war on their own. They also need the other no other wolf token holders who are not participating in any of this. They are not creating any value for the network. So the more you encourage them, more you are likely to create value for the project. Now here also, if you see this game, then what you will realize is that the queen is on such a beautiful square. White is literally in a very good position. Now see, the rook comes from this square to this square because it was not being utilized, it was in the corner. So now what white did was that puts his rook here so he can utilize the rook. Now black is trying to push the pawn. He wants to gradually start pushing these pawns forward, although it's an uphill battle, but he's trying to utilize these two pawns. Now the black is making a mistake because his two pieces are not being developed, so these two pieces are not being utilized, and white is having an amazing utility of all these pieces, so that's why white has more likeliness to win the game, because he needs the black needs to utilize these pieces. Now he's trying to utilize all these pieces because he's losing. So now again look at this, because he didn't utilize these pieces till now. I mean, the game is about to finish and he didn't even utilize those pieces till now, so that's the reason why white is winning. And you also need to understand one important thing about the wolf token holders. The thing is that the wolf token holders are generally the ones who are, most of the wolf token holders are the ones generally who will not participate because they do not have probably time, they are not interested in a long term approach. But that's where they are wrong. They will have to understand that if you are uh, holding the wolf token and not participating in the growth story, if you are not participating or helping the other existing community members in creating value for the token, then you are making a mistake, because it is only going to harm the project. It is not going to help anybody. So it is important that the existing uh, active community members of wolf tokens holders will have to connect with the non-active wolf token holder community members, and that's where everything will turn out to be good, and that's what you want, that's what every community members want. For example, if I can only if I launch a cryptocurrency project, and if I only keep shilling about my project and nobody else, even though there are 1000 token holders, but other 999 people, they do not take active participation, they do not create value for the network, then what happens? My project is going to die. And that's what happens with most of the cryptocurrency project. Most of the cryptocurrency projects die because there are two types of I would say communities. One is an active community member, and another other one is the non-active community members, and they both hold the tokens, but they do not participate, and that's what you want to avoid. You want to have a as low as possible the amount of gap between the non-active and active community members, and that's what the wolf community needs to do. They need to utilize the energy, the power, the resources of the non-active community members. So the thing is that you will have to understand the difference between the active wolf token holders and non-active wolf token holders. Now let's try to understand this through other game. Again, this game is played by GM Daniel Narodowski, if I'm pronouncing his name correctly. So now here, if you can see, then what you realize is that white captures this pawn. So now if black captures, white can also capture the queen. So white has a slight advantage when he captures. So amazing utility of this pawn. So black is forced to now capture this pawn. Now white can simply put this bishop here. So again, because this bishop is a way better place to utilize this bishop rather than this square. Now he utilizes his bishop, and uh, he gets a free extra pawn. And now look at these two beautiful bishops, attacking position, extremely harmonious, very harmonious, very powerful, trapping the queen. So now again attack, utilizing the last piece which was not in the game, this rook, utilizing it. So again, as you can see, it is more about the utility, it is always about the utility. And the more you understand the utility of non-active wolf token holders, more you are likely to succeed as a cryptocurrency project, more you are likely to succeed as a cryptocurrency investor. I mean, because you will have the skills to attract the non-active wolf token holders. Because if, for example, why I'm saying that you can succeed as an investor, because when you create your own cryptocurrency project, you will also have to uh, attract the non-active token holders. So that's why it's a skill. So if you can have the skills of attracting the non-active token holders in the wolf community, you are more likely to do the same thing with your own cryptocurrency project. That's the reason why it is a multi-beneficiary thing. That's what I'm trying to say. Generally, people do not differentiate between the active token holders and non-active token holders. That's what I want you guys to understand, that the wolf token, the non-active wolf token holders are the ones we should be focusing on. Because you, if you do not utilize their energy, if you do not utilize their resources, if do not utilize their finance, if then we cannot create an extra energy which is needed. And that's what the active wolf community members needs to do. The active wolf community members focus on uh, doing all the hard work, they focus on doing all the social media marketing, they do all the work of integrating the project with other cryptocurrency projects so they can create utility for the wolf token. But in reality, they should also focus a lot on utility of sorry, on utilizing the resources and the energy of non-active wolf token holders. So this is something which is very important to understand, and the more you guys will accept this reality, more you are likely to connect your project uh, in the list of top 100 cryptocurrencies. Sometimes the problem with most cryptocurrency meme coins are that the community focuses on the active members, and that's where they fall into the trap. They try to connect with people who are regularly messaging in the group. They are regularly talking about shilling the project, marketing about the project. But the real utility uh, lies in activating the non-active members, people who are not messaging, people who are not talking about the project although they are holding the tokens. That's where the community needs to focus. Now let's understand the importance of utilization of wolf token non-active wolf token holders with this game. So here also is, if you can see that this bishop is utilized very properly by black, but this black bishop is still not being utilized properly. So that's why he moves this bishop here, so he can exchange this unutilized bishop with this very utilized bishop, which is very similar to this bishop. So that's why exchange is now. The queen is also being utilized now. This rook, white's this rook is also being utilized very properly, and now he'll probably move the queen, so he can also start utilizing the white will also utilize this. Yes, that's why he moved this queen, and now he can put his rook here, so this unutilized rook can also be utilized. And the same way, the non-active wolf token holders will have to be utilized by the active wolf members. That's the sole purpose of making this project a successful one. Now, so he's likely to put his rook here so you can utilize it. So that's what he did. So if you don't know, then this is a live game being played as I record this video between Grandmaster Daniel Narodowski and Daro 94. They both are grandmasters, as you can see here. So chess teaches us a lot about the importance of creating the aura of and the utilization of unused pieces. Similarly, the non-active wolf token holders are like this unutilized chess pieces, and the more you focus on that, more you are likely to grow the project in the longer term. So now here also, if you can see that, what you will realize is that now this is a very powerful utilization of these three different chess pieces, two rooks and a queen, and he's trying to attack here. He's trying to find some sort of white is trying to find some sort of gameplay here, and that's what now he's doing. Now he's putting his this queen on this square, but I'm sure there were some better moves, and that's why the engines bar has gone a little bit down. Now white will have to still think about utilizing in much efficient way, so he can start attacking in much more proper way. Maybe he can try to think about utilizing this knight maneuver here from this square here, something like that has to be done. Otherwise black will find some sort of counterplay. Ultimately, it is all about the utilization. The more you utilize your pieces on a better square, more likely you are to win the game. Now he missed the opportunity, and that's why the bar has gone significantly down. And he also blundered probably his queen, or maybe he did it intentionally. I don't know. But now the game is in a very drawish position because he didn't think about utilizing this knight. So that's the important thing. The more you think about utilization, more you are likely to win the game. Now things have changed. White has a decent position, but still not a winning position. uh, so ultimately, the more you utilize, more you are likely to win the game. And the same rule applies to the non-active wolf token holders. The more the existing active wolf token holders will focus on the non-active wolf token holders, more likely that you will beat the competition, more likely that the you will have. So let me tell you it in a much more elaborative way. So the non-active community members are an infinite source of resources. Imagine, for example, generally, if you see, then what I have seen is that only 10% of the maximum. I'm talking about the higher side. Only 10% of the token holders are active in the community. I'm talking about the higher possible side, not even talking about the lowest. So other 90%. Imagine that those 90% token holders who are not active in the community, they join and help the wolf token grow. Then what will happen? It is going to create an amazing output, and that's what you want. You want a very powerful and amazing output for the sake or and for the growth of the project. And that those 90% people are having infinite energy. Remember that those 90% people are having an infinite amount of energy, because imagine, with just the active participation of 5 or 10 percent of the total token holder, the project can come to this stage. Then imagine what will happen when the remaining 90% will join the network, and they will try to help the project grow, create the utility. So This is an important factor which most of the cryptocurrency project investors do not even think about. So now let's move forward and try to analyze another game. Again, it's a game between grandmasters. So here, as you can see, that the white king is very much in this center, which is not a good thing, and these pieces are not developed, and this is also not a good sign. So he'll have to do something about it. The white will have to utilize these pieces, otherwise there is no growth in the game for white. So the same rules applies to the wolf community. The non-active wolf token holders will have to be utilized, and the same thing I kept saying throughout the video, and that is the ultimate reality. The non-active wolf token holders are the ones that we need to focus on. The way a white needs to focus on developing these pieces, because these pieces are not in the game. As you can see, the bar also shows that black has a slight advantage, so white will have to actively do something about developing these pieces, and that's what the utility is all about. If you have all the pieces in the world and you cannot do anything about them, then what's the point? So that's why, as you can see, that white is trying to push this rook, but he is not still in the position to develop this particular piece, which is not a good sign. He's also not going to be able to utilize this rook very soon, because for that he will also have to waste one move and try to do something about this rook. So the black is in a very good position as of now, unless black makes a mistake. So the same rule applies here for the wolf token holders as well. There are two types of token holders. One is the active token holder and another is the non-active token holder. And the more the active token holders focus on the non-active token holders, rather than pushing themselves and trying to do things that is very difficult for them to do alone by themselves. Uh, if they go on that part, then sooner or later they are going to run out of the fuel. But if they focus on the non-active wolf token holders, then the wolf community will be on the right path, and they will also achieve significant growth sooner or later. So here also again the white's position is minus, and the biggest reason for that is that the black's rook all these rooks are in very active position, and of course black is also some sort of material up, but mainly this rook is still not in the game. Of course he will try to develop this rook, but still the thing is that this rook has to be activated, and white is not being able to do that, and that's why black has still slight advantage in this game. So you will have to understand the importance of developing what is not in the use. Similarly, the non-active wolf token holders are not in the use, so you will have to do something about that. I know that some of the existing active uh, token holders who are watching this video will be irritated by what I'm repeating, but that's the ultimate reality. You cannot change the ultimate reality. You will have to tap into the infinite resource which you have as a LandWolf community. You will have to touch the resource which has a power which can transform the project into the ultimate growth oriented project. And if you cannot do that, then you will have to face the competition, and that's what I do not want. I do not want the wolf community to face the competition, and that's why I keep saying that the wolf community should focus on the non-active wolf token holders. And as you can see, the game also finished, and actually black lost the game because he had no time and white had a lot of time. So that's why, even though black was significantly better in the position, and white was minus in this game because he didn't develop. Still, even at the time of winning the game, white's rook was not well developed. And when you do not utilize your powerful pieces, like rooks are called the towers in the game of chess, and if you do not use a tower, then you are not going to have an advantage. And the black's towers were in the game, so that's why, as you can see, black had a bit of more advantage here on the evil bar. So the point is that the rule of utilization is a universal rule, whether it is a chess game or it is a cryptocurrency project. So The point that I'm trying to make here is that the non-active wolf token holders has to be targeted by the active wolf community members, because that's the only thing which is going to give you the advantage, and that is the only right direction which you should be focusing on. Because let's assume that you will focus on scaling the project, you will try to market the project on Twitter, try to create some sort of partnership with other cryptocurrency project and all that stuff. Sooner or later you are going to lose out on the fuel, because you are fighting against the community members who are extremely active. That's the truth. So if you do not make your non-active token holders active, you are going to lose out the war against the projects, or you can say the community members who has the ability to transform the non-active token holders into the active token holders. Now let's try to see another game. Here in this game, white has a very little advantage, because if you see this pawn structure, these pawns are very active if you compare with black's this pawn structure. So again, the utility of this point, these pawns are very great, if you can see from the side, white side. And now if you also see that this knight is in on a very powerful position if you compare it with this black's knight, which is not that properly utilized. And also this bishop is also a very powerfully utilized piece, but here white made a mistake. That's the problem. When you have a good position and if you make a mistake, you are more likely to lose the game. So now here white, although white had a slight advantage, he lost that advantage because he was not being able to value what he has. Similarly, the wolf community members, the active wolf community members, will have to value what you have. The way white didn't value what he had, these active pieces, these beautifully active pieces, he didn't value it, and that's why he lost some advantage. And he is the right now the black's bar is very much better because he has some extra material, and when you have an extra material, you are more likely to uh, have a better position. So the point is that ultimately now again the situation has changed because of the black's mistake. Now white is in a very much better position. Now look at this rook, and look at this rook. This rook is very active, and this rook will also come into the play very soon, and that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to put this rook here. He will definitely put this rook here and then here, and he will make this rook a much more active rook. So that's the thing. You will have to utilize what you have. The wolf community, the active wolf token holders, will have to communicate with the non-active wolf token holders to do something about the project now, because black was sure that white was going to put his rook here, and then here he pushed his rook here, so white cannot play this. So again you see the power of utilization. Black wanted to stop the white from utilizing this rook. So that's the thing, that's the reality. You will have to think as a active community members, that how you can active the non-active community members, because those guys are keeping the ultimate resources of the growth. Generally I keep saying that only 2 to 5% in the best case scenario, it is going to be the 10 percent active community members for any cryptocurrency project. In most of the cryptocurrency project, it is going to be the different case. It is going to be the 95% of non-active community members. And imagine the resources, the power which you guys can have if they become active in the community. And that's what you will have to think about. That's what you will have to try to achieve. Now here if you can see, then white's two rooks are very active, but this king was not that active. So now he's keeping this king in the game. He's trying to push his king because this was the only piece which was not utilized in the game. Now as you can see, black is utilizing this rook, and now this pawn is about to become a queen, and white has a very significant advantage, because if you have a queen extra, then you are definitely going to win the game. And that's why it is possible that sooner or later black will resign the game, unless white makes some serious mistakes, because chess is also an unpredictable game. I think black is definitely going to make the queen and win the game. But yeah, because of the black smart move, but still white is in a very much advantage because of these two very powerful active rooks. And now the game is going to be very quick because they both have very little time, so I'm not going to give commentary on this game. You can watch the game who wins the game, but the point is that it is always about the ness of the non-active token holders, and the wolf community will have to start thinking about, start find the procedure through which you can activate the non-active wolf token holders, because if they just keep holding the tokens and they do not become active in the project, then sooner or later their interest for the project is going to run out. So here white actually won the game. He checkmate the black king, as you can see, with the power of these two super active rooks he was able to do that. But the point is that it is always about tapping into the ultimate resource, and the ultimate resource is the non-active wolf token holders. The wolf token holders will have to think about how they can connect with the non-active wolf token holders. The non-active wolf token holders will give you the edge. It will give you the advantage against the other meme coins like Dogecoin, Popcat, Shiba Inu, and there are many more in this segment, and it is a very competitive marketplace. Again, it will also not only give you an sorry, an edge against the non-active token meme token holders, but it is also going to give you an edge against other cryptocurrency projects which are community driven. Ultimately you are fighting against the community, and the community who taps into the ultimate resource, the token holders who are non-active in the community, or you can say the active token holders who taps into those non-active token holders and encourage them to take participation in the project, are the ones who are more likely to have the advantage. So whether it is a meme coin or non-meme coin cryptocurrency market, in both the markets, the community, the active community members who can uh, encourage the non-active community members to take participation in the project are the ones who are going to have the advantage. So even if you think that you are only competing against the meme coins of in the cryptocurrency market of different communities, then you are wrong. You are also going to be fighting against the other cryptocurrency projects who are trying to launch a product, trying to create a product, or they have some sort of decentralized exchange and things like that. You are also fighting against those communities. So you will have to think about how you can encourage the non-active community members to become part of the project. That's the reality. So now let's move forward with another game. Here in this game, black has a slight advantage because the black's position and his pieces, this knight and these two bishops, are in much more powerful squares, and that's the reason why black has a slight advantage in this game. So again, the rule of utilization comes into the play, and the more you focus on the non-active wolf token holders, the more you are likely to create value for the wolf community, for the wolf token holders, and uh, that's the area that everyone must focus on. If you do not focus on this simple area, then you are more likely to not create value for the project. And I'm talking all this in the long term approach. I mean, if you think long term, then only you will understand what I'm trying to say. Now let's move forward with the game. So here, the black has a little advantage because he has two extra pawns. So whenever you have extra material, you get more opportunities to develop and utilize all your pieces. Even though the thing is that these two rooks are in a powerful active position, but when you have material extra, which black has, then in that scenario what happens is that you get more chances of utilizing the pieces. So even though black's rooks are not in the right squares right now, it will he will be able to utilize them because black has more pawns. So here also the non-active community members has to be the area on which you should be focusing on, because this is the mistake which every cryptocurrency project makes. They think that uh, if somebody is not willing to participate, then why should we waste our energy? And after we got their money, right? If they are holding the token, then we have got their money, so what's the problem? Why do we need to do that? But that's the wrong approach. People who have invested in, if they are not participating, then it's the worst case scenario, and we will have to avoid that kind of worst case scenario. And that worst case scenario can only be avoided when you guys focus on attracting them the way these chess pieces are. uh, now you see, because he white captured this pawn, black got the opportunity to develop his rook. As I said, black will be able to develop all these passive pieces which are not in the game, even though white's rooks are active, because the black has extra material. And that's the point. The more you guys focus on the non-active community members, more likely that the active community members will not only create value for themselves, but they will also create value for the non-active wolf token holders. So the non-active wolf token holders should be the prime area to focus on. If we avoid that kind of things, then we are more likely to make the mistakes which all other cryptocurrency projects are making. Now here, as you can see, this is a beautiful move, because now if white captures this queen, then black can simply capture this rook, and that's why simply he resigned, and black won the game. Because if he tries to capture this queen, he can simply do the checkmate. So you see the beautiful utilization of this rook has been done here, and which is pretty impressive. And that's what the communities need to do. They need to focus on the uh, non-active community members, because they are simply holding the token, and why on earth they would not participate in the project? That's the last thing one would want. And ultimately, your ability will also attract the large investors, because large investors also try to uh, become part of the community, uh, who are, you can say, who are willing to activate the non-active token holders. Large community members will also be interested in this kind of communities, because they know that this approach is also going to help them become an active community members. Because large investors, they also want to learn the art of becoming an active community member. So people with big money, they are looking for more, and when you help them become part of your community, you are giving them something more than money. They imagine people with $1 million invested in the, if they are holding the wolf token and they become part of the wolf community, then how empowering it will be for them, how much happy they will be. So you will have to understand all these things. If you do not understand this simple approach regarding activating the non-active wolf token holders, then it is possible that in the longer term the project may not grow the as you are expecting. So now let's move to the next game. So here also, if you'll see initially, the game is still in the initial stage. So what these two guys are doing is they're simply developing the pieces, meaning that they are just trying to utilize more squares initially, rather than thinking about doing something else. And similarly, the existing non-wolf token holders will have to just think about one thing, which is to activate the non-active wolf token holders, make part of the community, make the non-active token holders the part of existing wolf community, who is trying to grow the project on a regular basis, who is trying to create value for the LandWolf project. And the more you guys connect with each other, more you are likely to grow, more you are likely to create value for each other. Now let's move forward. Here also, if you see, black has a slight advantage. Now if you see that this bishop is a bad bishop for white, because this all these pawns are on the black squares, so this bishop cannot be so easily be activated, and that's the reason why this bishop is a bad bishop. But this bishop is a very good bishop, because this black bishop can attack all these pawns and capture them one by one if he gets the chance. So if you see the long term, then these two bishops should be exchanged, and if that happens, then it will be in the favor of white. If these bishops are exchanged, then it is going to be against the black's uh, long-term health. So the point here is that it is always going to be about the utility when it comes to chess, or whether it comes to the cryptocurrency market. So the wolf token holders will have to think about how they can activate the non-active community members. The non-active community members are the ones that should be focused on. Just like here, these both players are trying to focus on simply one thing, which is to activate the non-active pieces. For example, here the whites, this bishop is not active, this knight is also blocking this bishop, so this knight can be moved here sooner or later, and then he can also do castling just the way black did, so he can also activate the rook. So right now in this game it is very important that he activates the pieces. Now this move is not that strong, and that's the reason why I guess black played this move, which was a slight technical mistake, but anyways it happens, they are not the world champions. So the point is that white will have to right now focus on developing his pieces. Black will also have to think about developing this bishop, and also activating this knight in much more efficient way. And after that, black can also think about activating this rook. But this rook is captured because black intentionally allowed that so he can develop the pieces. That's the thing. He will have to develop the pieces. So he is thinking about giving up an exchange. uh, and now you see the black has some advantage because now he is able to activate his pieces. That's why he gave up this rook, so now he can develop these pieces. So it is always going to be about developing and activating your pieces in the most efficient way you can. And the same way, the non-active wolf token holders has to become part of the community. The more non-active wolf token holders become part of the community, more you will have an edge, more you will have an advantage, more you will have control over the project, and you will be able to survive for a longer period of time. Because after 5 years nobody knows where the wolf token will be. The price has been in the decline since it has been listed on the CoinGecko, and that happens with most of the cryptocurrency projects. So the more you guys will focus on the activating the non-active token holders, the token holders who are not taking part in the community's day-to-day discussion, they are not taking part in the important discussion about the utility of the project. They are not even shilling the project. If they are even shilling the project on social media or in the group, in the community, telegram community, then also it is sort of some value. But if they are not even doing that, then they are providing no value to the protocol. So it becomes the duty of the active community members to make them part of the community, and that's the ultimate reality. Now let's move forward with the game. So here, as you can see, black has a slight advantage, even though funnily white has more material. But because white's these pieces are not as active at this black species, this bishop is very powerful. This bishop is very powerful. This knight can simply come and jump into this square very quickly. So the thing is that even though white is in a minus position, which generally doesn't happen in a game of chess, but because of the extreme activeness of these pieces, now even if you look at the black's rook here, it is controlling this entire line. So again, this is also in favor of black. So that's why utilization of the pieces is going to be very important. For example, here this rook is an extremely dead piece, this bishop is also extremely dead piece, so these two together has 8 points if you see. Now because even though these two pieces have 8 points, they are as good as dead right now. Even though white is +2, it gives black some sort of advantage if you see this engine bar. So the point here is that it is because of the lack of utilizations. Just like white is not utilizing these two pieces, it is because of the lack of utilization most of the cryptocurrency projects fail. And lack of utilization of what? Lack of utilization of the non active token holders. The wolf community will have to think about communicating with them. There are also many messaging apps on the blockchain right now which allows you to communicate with the token holder without doing anything. So there are also different kinds of blockchain messaging apps, and you can also uh, think about using those blockchain messaging app through which you can communicate with the token holders regarding their participation in the project. If you can do that, then also it is going to be a great thing. You will have to find innovative ways, creative ways to encourage the non-active community members to take part in the project. If you cannot do that, then sooner or later the long term fuel of the non-active token holders is going to run out, and they will just simply sell the project and price will start declining, and that's what you do not want. You want the price to stay at least at the current levels and then start it to gradually grow. But for that you will have to think about utility of the token. Utility of the wolf token will only happen when the non-active uh, uh, wolf token holders energy and their resources will be utilized. So it's a simple step. The utility of the token comes from the utility of non-active token holders. Non-active token holders are the ones who are simply holding wolf in their wallets, but they are not doing anything else. They are not even simply messaging hi on the social media, and that's what you do not want. You want them to take part. You want them to become part of the community. You want them to show some energy. You want them to create value for the token, and that's how everyone can create value for each other. So yeah, it is possible that you may find some resistance from them initially, but gradually you will be able to do that. You will be able to help them become part of your community. So here now in this game, White is thinking. So he's probably not. He's very low on time, so he's probably going to lose out on the time, as well as his position is also not that good. So time is also running out. He's probably going to lose the game. So let's not waste our time here on this game. Let's try to see some other games by very top level grandmasters. So here these are the top level grandmasters. So let's see their game. So it is, if you can see, the black is clearly in a winning position because black has some sort of extra material, and this pawn is about to become queen. So when he sooner or later he's going to make it a queen. But now here white is trying to fight back, but black is simply going to win because the black has very powerful rook and queen, and these pawns are also going to be queen, and black also has a very solid bishop here trying to defend the queen. So you can see that the all pieces are in the most harmonious position possible. Now this queen can also give the check here. I mean, you name it how you want to win the game. And there is also another queen, so definitely black was going to win, and that's what happened. Now let's see another game. Now if you see the initial moves, then what you will realize is that all these moves are being played so they can develop and control the center. More you control the center, more you will be able to utilize your pieces. So now the first big challenge for the white will be to develop this rook and also develop this bishop. So now he has played this move, so he can develop this bishop probably on this square. So or probably here, but he's probably going to, yeah, he pushes his bishop here, and now he'll also have to do something about this rook, and that's what he does. Now black is trying to push the pawn here, but he can simply push the bishop back, and here this knight is in a pretty decent position. And I think that this was a bit passive move, and that's why the evil bar also went down a bit, because this knight was doing just great here. Maybe he had to push this knight here, I don't know. But the ultimate thing is that how many squares you control, how you utilize your existing pieces who are not on the in the good shape. So for example, this rook is still not in the great shape. This rook has a very good file control, and this rook is not active. Now this knight has been pushed back, so probably he can push this knight here, which is a very good thing. So from putting it back here to pushing it forward here is a great way to utilize the knight. Similarly, the wolf token holders will have to keep thinking about how they can connect with the non wolf token holders. The more you guys will think about the non-active wolf token holders, more you are likely to create value for the project. The non-active wolf token holders are the ones on which you will have to keep focusing on, and the more you do that, more you are likely to win the battle of meme coin. So that's all I have for you guys in this video. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did enjoy the video, then hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also you can join my telegram community. The link will be in the description. I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye bye.